going to the league. I don't know if LeBron can give 3 more. It's possible.
He's a free agent officially in 2023. He turns a free agent, so the Lakers is going to have to turn the corner sooner than later if they're going to keep this guy. Because we know you can't really put your finger on what LeBron is going to do when it comes to like free agency moves, like whether he comes or go. We know how LeBron give it up,
Yep.
but
I mean, if I'm him and the roster that we got now, I'm potentially considering rolling out. Potentially.
37 years old today, man. A seven-time All-Star, seven-time All-NBA, two-time Finals MVP, two-time champion. Uh, it's just so many accolades that LeBron, four-time champ, four-time Finals MVP, four-time MVP, three-time All-Star MVP, only player to win a Finals MVP on three different teams, 17 times in All-Star game, six times All Defensive, 10 Finals appearances, playoff points leader. Man, 36,000, 9,000, 9,000 is his numbers as far as points, rebounds, and assists. Like, yo, you got to really appreciate greatness at the end of the day when we talk about LeBron. Now, the Lakers as a whole, bro, what the fuck is going on with LA?
I do not know.
They lost again.
Yeah, and people want to blame what's the guy's name, Malik Monk. They want to blame him last night with how he could have passed to Russ in the corner, but he didn't, and LeBron ended up having the ball somehow, trying to make a play and couldn't make a play. So
Daniel, salute, G. I'm not. Look, check this out. There's so much to blame to go around when it comes to the Lakers. I'm talking about getting Vogel out of here. I even said I feel like AD at this point is a damn liability. I don't know, man. It's just something about these Lakers. I can't put my finger on it. It's just not one problem. These guys got a whole lot of issues.
that is true, but everybody wants to. All right, first problem is Anthony Davis always been injured. That's one. Him being
That's
injured,
the biggest one.
that's the
That's the
biggest
biggest one because
issue.
he was supposed to be carrying the team.
Yeah, that, and then him fighting with the teammates or like going back and forth with the teammates. Dude, it's been games that you ain't done too much of nothing in, and you're fussing with
I told
teammates that are at least contributing in some way.
I told people they tried to make it seem like that little argument with him and Dwight didn't mean nothing.
Oh, it did.
I said it goes to show Frankie Vogel has no control.
Nah, he definitely doesn't.
Frankie gotta go. Vogel has to go. Like no one is listening to him, and I don't feel like he got the cachet to make the strong decisions at the end of the day. Frankie is not going to sit Russell down.
No,
I don't think he got the balls to sit Russell down.
nope.
So if you can't make those types of decisions, and then you got AD playing subpar, satisfied that he already got his ring,
Yeah,
and then LeBron 39, 37 years old. Like Frank has no cachet. Melo gonna do what he want.
yep.
I think Vogel time is past, man.
All right, so this is the question. So if say by trade deadline is what, February?
Yep.
So if by trade deadline the Lakers aren't 500 or at least above it by at least a game, I would say you start looking at who you're gonna trade and who's gonna replace Frank Vogel at that point. You,
I don't think LA can afford to wait that long.
uh, probably not.
They are still in the midst of the playoff contention in the Western Conference right now. We're looking at standings, but I don't think they can wait another 2 months to try to fill this thing out. This experiment with Russell Westbrook and the company is just not going to work.
So did they do the wrong thing with signing Westbrook instead of trying to get Damian Lillard or somebody else?
I mean, in hindsight, we know that having Dame instead of Russ would have been a better fit. I guess the question is was it a better deal going for Russell than Buddy Hield?
Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I think Buddy Hill would have provided the 3-point shooting that they're missing. I think him and Malik Monk would have been good with the 3-point shooting. I think he. Mm,
This is my
it's
thing.
hard to say.
If you bring Buddy Hield to the Lakers, he's not going to make as many mistakes as Russell.
Nope.
But I don't think offensively he's going to be able to help carry the load with LeBron and AD. Like he can shoot, but his presence doesn't do that much help as far as giving LeBron less minutes, giving AD less minutes. Like Buddy Hield, he's a star. You can call him a star, I guess, but he's not that guy. He's not a Damian Lillard, someone that LeBron and them can sit down for an extensive period of time and get some rest. Buddy Hield, he just would make less mistakes than Russell Westbrook.
Well,
He,
how do you feel about the talks of the Lakers potentially talking about Ben Simmons and Jeremy Grant?
well, I saw the Jeremy Grant conversation, and they were talking about giving up THT.
Yeah.
And it's funny because THT was just untouchable,
Yeah.
according to the Lakers, like a year ago.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, yo. Throw in Anthony Davis in this package and get rid of AD. I know niggas are gonna say, what? Get rid of AD because we done seen his prime. We're not going to see no better from Anthony than what we saw in 2020. That's it.
I
He
said
don't.
that. I said that, but I think they're trying to keep AD thinking that they're going to keep LeBron. No, if anything, that's LeBron's number one issue right now.
Yeah, because LeBron wanted to pass the keys over to AD in the first place.
Yeah.
And that's just not happening. And when Anthony Davis is playing, he's playing horrible.
He
He's
is.
shooting horrible this year. So I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, AD to me is more of a liability than an asset at this point. you know. But there's nothing out there really available that you're going to get.
Oh, but I saw a trade about Anthony Davis going to the Bulls and them getting Lonzo Ball. Who was the other players in that trade? It was a pick and two other players for Anthony
Now,
Davis.
now that'd be stupid because when Lonzo left New Orleans, the Lakers had a chance to get Lonzo, but they picked up Russell and Rajon. You know what I mean? So why get rid of AD just to bring Lonzo back? That
Why is
don't make sense.
Rajon Rondo not playing? And you guys
That's a
signed Darren Collison. And then
this
you
is
had
an,
Isaiah Thomas. So I don't understand that one.
another reason why Frank Vogel has to go. You got DMPs with Rondo.
That don't make
Why even
sense.
why bring him over here?
He could have stayed with who was he at? He was at the Hawks, and then he was with the
No,
Clippers.
yeah, he went to the
He,
Clippers.
he definitely could have stayed at one of those teams. Lakers don't know what they're doing. You're not using DeAndre Jordan enough. You're not using Dwight Howard how you could use him. Kendrick Nunn hasn't played at all this season, and neither has Trevor Ariza. So I'm not understanding.
Yeah, man. From the top to the bottom, the Lakers are messed up, and they better make a move soon, man. Congratulations to Candace Parker,
Yeah,
two-time AP Female Athlete of the Year. Just announced. Just what was this yesterday?
yeah.
Pick up the Candace Parker. What you think about Kyrie returning back to practice?
I like it. I mean, they got how many? What is it, like 20 away games now? I think it's like 20, 21 maybe. So if y'all can get him for like at least 18 of those, my only concern is going to be when you hit the playoffs and he can't play these home games. And suppose y'all are down already in the series. I don't know how that's going to work. He gives so much, but it's like to be on the road, to be at home and y'all don't have him. I don't know how that's going to work because that takes the ball from. That makes it that James Harden doesn't have to like facilitate so much. He can just go score with having Kyrie. So I don't know.
This is some bullshit. I'm going to keep it a buck. I love Kyrie Irving's play, but the Brooklyn Nets caved in. That's number one.
Yeah.
They definitely caved in because they wasn't for no part-time play at first. Now they realize that they need Kyrie and they crawling and begging for him to come back. That's the problem number one I got. Problem number two that I have, I need people to keep the same fucking energy for Kyrie and Brooklyn that they had for LeBron, because they blame LeBron for being the quote unquote GM making the decision to bring Russell to the Lakers. So they want to blame LeBron for Russell coming and destroying
Yeah.
things. So I want people to look at Kevin Durant, and I want people to know, because at the end of the day, none of these decisions is getting past
That
Kevin
is
Durant.
true.
Kevin Durant gave Brooklyn the green light to allow Kyrie to come back part time.
Yeah.
So if Kyrie is unvaccinated and some of his teammates is vaccinated, they got to be looking at him crazy, because they are sacrificing some things that he's not. So
Yeah.
if this thing blow up in Brooklyn, I want niggas to have the same energy, and I want them to hold Kevin Durant responsible, just like they try to hold LeBron responsible for bringing Russ over. That's all I ask.
I agree. I agree with that one.
That's all I ask. Daniel, what's up, my G?
Muggy, what's up?
What's up, Mug? Y'all welcome to chime in. Daniel, I think you just gotta unmute yourself, but you are on with us. But man, I can't wait to see.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying.
What's your thoughts on Kyrie, Daniel, when it come to him coming back to the Nets?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's his decision. But yeah, I mean, if he doesn't want to play just because he doesn't want to get vaccinated, then that's his choice.
Right. I respect the move.
Yeah.
I was a little bit surprised that Brooklyn said that they wasn't going to take him at first as a part-time player. Now they crawling back because they
Oh
need him.
yeah. Yeah. I knew it was gonna eventually happen. I knew it. I knew it. I was like, if they lose a certain amount of games against certain teams, yup, watch Kyrie be in the mix to come back. I was just waiting for the announcement of it.
So at this point, Jay, do you think it's a disadvantage for Brooklyn to try to get the 1 seed? Because if they get home court advantage, that means what? Kyrie not gonna be able to play.
If I'm them, I don't want home court advantage because Kyrie can't play. If
Wow.
I'm them, I don't want the number one seed. I can't. You don't have one of your players. Y'all wanted him back so badly, but did y'all consider that trying to be the number one seed? I don't think Kevin Durant thought that one all the way through.
This is a recipe for disaster, yo, because you got to look at it. It's a lot of competition in the East.
Mm-hmm.
So if Brooklyn doesn't have home court advantage, that means 9 times out of 10, the first couple games of the series, they're going to be playing on the road.
Yeah.
So they could possibly, oh man, like they don't want to be down 1-0, 2-0, or 1-1 in a lot of these deep playoff series and then not have Kyrie for the next
No.
2 games. They don't want to be in that position.
You're talking about the Sixers. Like Embiid's been playing a lot better recently. Tobias
Yep.
Harris is playing a lot better. The Bucks, Giannis is playing good. Miami's playing good. So it's like if you get some of these matchups and yeah, I gotta go on the
I
road.
Yeah, because Milwaukee, the thing about Milwaukee, their big three, Middleton, Drew Holiday, and Giannis, they've only played a little bit together.
Exactly.
Like, because of health and safety protocol. But over this year, they've only lost 3 games when they've all played on the court
That's
together.
what I'm saying.
They,
They know how to play as a big three. As a big three, and they know how to feed off of each other's strengths. If
right.
Giannis is
That's a fact.
dominating, I'm giving Giannis the ball. If Drew can
Yep.
beat the point guard on or slashes and drives, I'm giving him the ball. If Chris Middleton's jump shot and three is falling, I'm giving him the ball.
Yeah, they don't have any egos in
Nah,
Milwaukee. I will give
and
them that.
you
That's
gotta
a fact.
wonder that with Kyrie, KD, and Harden at points. Everybody's gonna want the ball at the end of the game. How is that gonna work?
Well, I said that from the beginning when they orchestrated this whole damn thing.
A lot of people are saying, go ahead and trade Kyrie. Go ahead and trade him. But who you gonna get? Because somebody said trade him for Ben Simmons. No, he's not enough offensively to fit in with them. Defensively, yes. Offensively, no.
Are you surprised that Philly haven't moved Ben Simmons yet?
Mm, yes and no. Yes, because you want to make sure you get all that you can get for him. No, because they're asking for a whole lot. They want a bunch of number one picks or a top level player that's just like Ben Simmons. And with a lot of teams, who who has a player to give up, or a player that they're willing to give up? Let's say it that
And if you do have a player that you're willing to give up, I think the deciding factor is going to be what Ben Simmons was scared to do last year in that
way.
playoff
Yeah,
moment.
that's
You're not giving up your superstar for a guy that's not going to even attempt the shot in the moments that you need him the
and
most.
that's why when people were saying that Dame want Ben Simmons to come there and play with him, if I'm Dame, why would I give up CJ McCollum for Ben Simmons?
If I'm Dame, why the hell am I staying in Portland? That's the question. Damian Lillard has lost his mind. I don't
I
know.
get he don't want to go and play for a super team. I get it, but
Explain it to me. You got to explain it to
like
me,
he's
Jay, because
loyal to
he's
Portland. I get it.
for what? To a
Yes,
fault.
and that's the problem. He's 30. He wants this big huge contract coming up that he gets 3 years, like 100 and some million, which would make him like 30. What was it? 34, 35, or something like that. By the time the contract will
Wow.
be up, and to give him that much money, a lot of teams are like, he's a great player, but he's going to be older. If I'm Dame, I'm out. I love playing with CJ McCollum. I love playing with my teammates that are there, and we've tried. But I gotta go to a team now where I had the chance to go to the playoffs, a D1 in the playoffs, and a chance for a championship. Dame's got a LA, whether it's the Clippers, it's the Lakers, it's the Bucks. I I'm Dame. I'm going to a contender.
Yesterday, Dame did an interview with Gatorade Reddit, and he said he doesn't believe in the ring or bust thing. He's not a fan of the whole ring or bust thing when it comes to careers. That's not why he plays, and he don't want that phrase to be the narrative of his career.
So,
Uh,
neither did you,
but
you
at the
know.
end of the, but at the end of the day, we measure greatness off of
Yeah.
hardware
Yep.
championships, right?
Yep. That's the ultimate goal.
Dame is capping,
No,
yo.
I get it because think about it. He went to a small college, being Weber State. He put them on the map, being the top pick. You know, he's had much success in Portland as far as like his stats, but overall as a team, they haven't had success. And Dame, uh, cool, you don't want to do a super team, but either you demand that your the surrounding team gets better, or you demand a trade.
It's just not gonna happen, bro. I just the chance when they had Melo and CJ, that was the best
Why didn't they
opportunity
keep
they was gonna
Melo? I
get.
don't understand that.
I, I don't
I
either,
don't understand that.
but they blew it. People don't want to come to Portland. I know people probably want to play with Dame, but who wants to come to Portland at this point? And then, mind you, CJ McCollum, he's the new president of the NBA PA. He took over Chris
Oh
Paul's job.
yeah,
So, who knows how much focus CJ is going to have on the court?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Having to deal with all
Oh,
that.
and he's just now healing from his collapsed lung too.
Yep.
So I don't know. So
All
you
that played a
definitely
role.
can't trade him. You definitely can't trade him because that's the first thing teams are gonna look at. Oh, Dame, I like you as a player, and I like the underdog mentality that you think you can do it on your own. But after a point, you gotta, tuck the pride and
Yo,
go win.
Dame got to be drug tested, bro. Dame needs to be drug tested. There's no way in hell he can be serious about staying in Portland. Like I think him watching Giannis and what happened in Milwaukee last year, I think that really fucked his head up. I think he somehow, some way feel like without a big three or a super team, you can get it done.
Nah,
But he got to understand that with Giannis last year, so many things fell into play for Giannis and Milwaukee to get to the
yeah,
finals. You know, you can't really guarantee those factors to happen again in favor of Dame. So he's talking crazy. I felt like if Kawhi was healthy, maybe Dame would have tried to shoot his shot and go play with Kawhi and PG for 1 year,
Yeah.
in LA, because I don't see him wanting to go with the Lakers. But now that Kawhi's down for the year, I don't know what's up with Dame, but we're going to see how that play out. Now, Wojnarowski is just announcing that Denver Nuggets coach Mike Malone, he's entered the league's COVID protocol. Assistant David Adelman, he's going to be the acting coach for the Denver Nuggets. We are seeing so many teams and players deal with this COVID thing, with the protocol. We're seeing games being postponed. Do you think that the NBA should have cut the cord on this season because of what's going on? Or do you feel like they got a hold or a good grip on what the fuck is going on?
I think they should have did a bubble again. You should have
Mm.
did a bubble. You had a success. You saw that the NBA did a bubble the other year. WNBA did a bubble. Y'all's numbers weren't as high. Every day you're hearing about at least 10 to 15 to 20 players, coaches, and personnel entering health and safety protocol. If so many games are being canceled because y'all only have 8 players and you can't go play the game, then maybe you guys should have thought about this going into the season, or at a point that you get to now you could set up a bubble. You should have did a bubble.
Yeah, because even outside of the health and safety protocols, a lot of our superstars are banged up. So if the league was to do a bubble this year, that means that they would have had to probably suspend the season for maybe a couple weeks to a month so they can get everything together, which would in effect given players that was hurt, extra time to get better, with a possibility of making a playoff run because the season would then be extended,
Yup.
like it was 2 years ago. So, maybe them doing a bubble would have been a good idea. Now, we still got the All Star game, we still got All Star break, we still got the playoffs. Do you think that there's a possibility that they would go to the bubble, or if this shit happens, keep happening like it is, do you think they just gonna shut the
If
season down? What you think is gonna happen first?
eh, 9 out of 10 the season gets paused. If the numbers go up and they keep saying these canceled games and stuff, they're gonna pause it. If I was Adam Silverman or whatever his name is, I would have, as of after Christmas games, I would have been in talks of setting up that bubble. That January, starting January 1st, every team will be playing in a bubble. Or when playoffs come, they're playing in a bubble. They're playing in a bubble. They're not having fans. Oh, that's another thing. These interactions with these fans and the NBA players. We got to do better with that.
That's a
LeBron
fact.
had an issue. Jordan Clarkson the other night had an issue. Russ had an issue. Like, these fans, y'all pay too much money to sit courtside. Like LeBron said, trash talk, we can trash talk back and forth. But when you start saying malicious stuff and talking about people's families, no, we got to draw a line there. You got to go. You don't spend
Yeah.
$2,000 on a ticket or more to basically get kicked out. No,
I never understood why you pay so much money for courtside seats just to get
I
thrown
don't
out.
get it. I don't get it. Like,
And then it's not like the media catches up with the fans that got thrown out after the game to get their side of the story. You basically spent your money, you you get kicked out the game, you might get a couple seconds of
yep.
TV time, but you don't even get to speak to give your point of view of what happened. So you just go back home looking stupid and now you can't even come back to the arena. Like it's just bogus.
Now, the fan that had the boyfriend and girlfriend that had the in running with LeBron that they got kicked out, they did go on social media and speak about, they try to say LeBron is overly sensitive. You know, if y'all are trash talking back and forth, and LeBron said he was fine with them going back and forth calling him trash. It's just when it went above that, that's when it was an issue.
Yeah, they was talking about um they was putting death on his
Yeah,
son,
like, come
on
on, man.
Bronny.
You
Let's keep
got
it real.
you
Fuck all
gotta
that.
he's a person before he's an NBA player. And he don't know what to expect. He's still gotta finish this game. Anything could happen. I'm pretty sure LeBron checked in with his family. But
Look what the fan in Boston did to Kyrie, throwing the water bottle at
yup.
Kyrie. You look at the couple instances that Russell Westbrook had in Utah. These fans are really getting
But
out of pocket.
they're all
Even
white fans
even
though.
LeBron had it. LeBron had an issue. LeBron had someone kicked out 2 years in a row.
See, that's the thing. The white fans are the ones that are coming and wanting to say, feel as though they can say whatever they want to say. If you notice, the celebrities that come to these games, they sit there, they dap it up with the players, they take pictures, they get jerseys, they get signed shoes, and it's an experience. These white fans
Right.
come and they want a 15 minutes of fame, and you get 5 seconds of fame where you get kicked out across the jumbotron. It
Shit
is.
crazy. It's my last question for you, and then we out of here,
Alright.
man, because I know people gonna say I'm tripping. But why do people put so much mustard on Klay Thompson and his return? Because I'm not sold on Klay Thompson. Why people make it seem like he's done something by himself before?
I don't know. Oh, this okay. So this is my thing to Clay coming back. The Splash Bros and the Splash Nephew. The Splash Nephew is Jordan Poole.
He's gone.
No, he'll be back. He'll be out of health and
I
safety protocol by then.
no. Jordan Poole yesterday went to another team. Hold on.
Nah,
Wait a
he's in
minute.
health and safety
Hold.
protocol right now.
Somebody from the Warriors just left, and I thought it was Jordan
Nah,
Poole.
he's in health and safety protocol. It might have been somebody else off their bench.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they're banking on Clay coming back. Splash Nephew Jordan Poole still doing what he's been doing with Clay being gone. So you got an offensive game going. Andrew Wiggins has been playing very well. Draymond's in health and safety protocol for like the next 10 days or whatever. He'll be back. You're starting
Right.
to get the pieces of the team back together. But if I'm them, I don't start Klay Thompson. I don't start him. I bring him off the bench and let him ease his way back in.
I don't know how that's going to sit with the fans of Golden State. That could be a smart move because I feel like at the end of the day, by Clay having so much cachet, even though everybody's playing well, like you spoke on, Andrew Wiggins is playing good. Otto Porter, he's playing well. Um, things are going to get adjusted when Clay comes back. It's not a guarantee. When you fit a star or a superstar back into a format or a formula, shit has to get readjusted. Minutes are going to be
Yup.
shaken up. Shot opportunities are going to change. Now, Golden State, as far as they always been a team concept type of organization,
Mm.
so that will help them. But just because Klay Thompson come back, I just don't see how that automatically puts Golden State back into the final
I,
round.
I
I
I
just
won't
don't
say
see it.
that. I say that it helps offensively. That Steph doesn't have to shoot some of these wild shots he be shooting and jacking some of these games. He don't have to do it. He doesn't have to do it because Clay can easily go get a 20 on once he gets back in the flow of things each night. So Steph doesn't have to try to do 30, 40 a game. Multiple threes out of like half court. Like it's some things for Steph I don't understand, and it makes basketball look bad in a sense because he forgets that he has younger, up and coming players that are watching him, thinking they can go to games and do these things.
I got to talk to the bosses because I think Klay Thompson is overrated.
Ooh, overrated?
I think I think Klay Thompson is overrated, and I think Dwayne Wade is overrated. That's a whole nother conversation that we could talk about when it comes to D Wade. But Klay Thompson, to me, bro, I'm telling you. First of all, do you feel like he got robbed by not making the NBA 75 team? Because he wasn't put on that list, and I agree that he shouldn't have been on that list.
Um,
Do you feel like he was robbed?
no, because I can think of because hold on, Dwight Howard wasn't on that list. Vince Carter wasn't on that list. It's several players that weren't on that list. So why does Klay Thompson feel slighted?
OG about to come in here and start some trouble. OG, I said it. Klay is overrated. Let me have it. Let me have it. I know he about to let me have it. OG, what's the word? I got to keep it a buck, man.
Oh, my bad.
D
I'm
Wade
muted.
too.
But I was gonna say you can never slander D Wade, bro. Come on.
I knew it was coming.
Come on, man. Come on,
Look,
third
man.
greatest shooting guard ever, man. What we on?
I respect D Wade. This is where I feel like D Wade is overrated at.
Okay.
Not as far as his ability and what he brought to the table.
Mm-hmm.
when I see how much they put on LeBron's success due to D Wade, that's where I have a problem with. Because I feel like without LeBron appearing in Miami, D Wade would have never sniffed
No,
another
yes, he
finals
would have.
round
People
again.
would have wanted to play with D Wade easily because his third year in the league, he won a ring with Shaq, and then it's Miami. People would have played with him. He would have came, bro. Bron needed D Wade, bro. Even Bron would admit that. You feel me?
Yeah,
Now, as the
I
years
will
went
admit
on, yeah,
that LeBron
years
I'll
went
admit
on, like
that.
it changed. But bro, I really feel like it was a 50-50 thing. Like you needed me to get here, and now I need you to stay here. You know?
Okay, I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that, OG. But check this out. If even though you feel like other players would have went to play with Miami with D Wade and in Miami, what about two stars though? Because Chris Bosh as well. So you think without LeBron, D Wade could have pulled two superstars to come down to Miami with him? I don't see it happening.
Well, Pat Riley did that one. Because it was really supposed to be just Bron or Bosh. You feel me? Pat Riley
And
put that
and
together.
Melo.
Right, and Melly. All right. So Pat Riley, you got to give that credit to Pat. You feel me? Because he started the big three thing. Everybody want to blame LeBron. It's really Pat Riley. You feel me? He called and was like, yo, I can make this work. So I do believe that at the time probably would have just been one star. And I think that would have been enough. Because that was the NBA then. 2 stars, you can win a ring.
Am I bugging also on Klay
You
Thompson?
are.
I'm telling he's a
You
great
are.
shooter, bro. Look, man, y'all got to explain this to me, bro, because I've never seen.
Hey, look, I'm from Chicago. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. My man's dribbled the ball 11 times against us and scored 63 points.
Wow,
And I
that's a
saw it.
fact.
I was so
That's a
upset.
fact. But should he been on the top 75 list? Because I feel like if I go through it, I can find 75 players better than Klay. Maybe not shooting,
Well,
but I think
are you talking about since the NBA or are you talking about modern era?
both
I don't know about modern era. If you want to go back,
from the
if you want to go
90s.
back,
From the
yeah, from the
90s,
90s on, I feel like that's modern era. Maybe. Might be wrong, but 90s up, I don't know.
Klay is going in the top 75.
Me, Tech Clay is definitely in there.
Okay, even better
Okay.
question. To put Clay in the top 75, who would you have took out?
That's the thing, y'all.
Mm.
I ain't gonna lie, there was a lot of players in there. Let's be real. It's like you have to put them in there because they're so old. You know what I'm saying? They did
Right.
things way back when. You gotta respect it. You gotta respect it, bro.
That's facts.
So
That's
it would have been
facts.
one of them. It would have been one of them. I don't know them. I ain't see. They played scrubs if you ask me, but we ain't see that.
It is
It
what it
is what
is.
it
You
is.
got
You
to
gotta
respect
respect
it.
it.
Right.
So I mean, to say who I would take out, that's tough. That is tough because it's
I
a
know
whole bunch.
I'd
I mean,
have
I
to
feel
go
like
look at
Dwight
the
Howard
list
got
with
some
that
talent
one.
out that list. To be honest, but it's a whole. I mean, I'm sure you can go back, way back, and find other players. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, forget Dwight. So it just that list is tough. That list is tough to me
Right.
personally. I don't know.
Right.
To you?
All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate y'all joining me in the spaces, man. I'm about to go ahead and
Oh
end
yeah, for
this.
sure.
And I'll probably do another one tomorrow, man. I'll make sure I
Yeah,
follow
I'm gonna follow
everybody and
y'all
keep
too,
y'all
for
in the
sure.
loop.
Alright.
What up,
I
Muggy?
appreciate it. All right. Peace,
Alright.
everybody.
All right, sounds good.
All right, fam. All right, D. Muggy,
Yep,
salute.
y'all be safe.
Rodell, appreciate you coming through. Y'all be
Yep.
safe.